Hey, good morning. I wanted to speak really quick this morning about health. I put a post up early talking about health. When we think about health, we think about eating right and exercise and all of that, which those are parts of health. But also being healthy too is not worrying about certain things. We have to basically, because there's trials and tribulation. God said that there will be trials and tribulations. So he let it be known that he was letting everybody know that there are going to be rough times. But you and I, we have to pick our battles wisely. When I say that, certain things we have to ignore. Certain people we have to ignore. We just can't feed off into everything that everybody got going on. Just say if you and I, we have a friend that, that we were cool with, or whatever it may be. And we, now all of a sudden we into it, or, they bad mouthing me and they saying this and they saying that. What I'm saying is pick your battle wisely. Don't worry about that. People gonna say what they gonna say about you anyway, regardless if you're doing good or if you're doing bad. So it really don't matter what it don't matter what you do, because they still gonna talk about you. If you're doing good, they gonna say she thinks she all that. If you're doing bad, they gonna say look at how bad she doing. If you're in the middle, they gonna say she just thinks she just all that. Watch how it's finna turn. They got something to say about anything. So I say about being healthy today. Let's not only. Today I'm drinking this. Well, I drink it a lot in the morning, but that's one of my healthy things. But one of my other healthy things is I'm not going to let people bother me. I'm not going to let what people say about me bother me. I'm not going to let people, because it doesn't matter what people say. At the end of the day, it's all about what I feel and how I know that God is pleased with what I'm doing. So it don't matter what people say about you, because people going to talk anyway. See, people judge people because you don't know what's going on in their life. So it's easy for somebody to talk about me, and it's easy for me to talk about somebody. Let me just give you an example. It's easy for me to talk about you if you don't know what I got going on in my life. So it's easy for me to judge you, right? Because you don't know that I was just out last night shaking my tush. So I'm going to talk about you because you got it on Facebook that you was out last night shaking your butt. So it's easy for me to come on there and comment and say something about you because you don't know what I just did last night. So that's where the problem comes in there. We always judging people when we still got things going on in our life. That's what God don't like. Don't judge people about what they got going on when you got something going on yourself. Because God still sees what you're doing too. So leave people alone. Us today, let's leave people alone. Let them do what they gonna do. Stop talking about people. But if they don't stop talking about you, guess what? God says to ignore insults. If you ignore insults, God will take care of those people. So don't worry about it. I stop worrying about those people. And sometimes it does get to me, that people say certain things. But God says, I told you don't worry about that. Because I got that. As long as you keep doing what you're doing to please me, don't worry about it. I'm going to fix that too. Don't get mad because you're still doing that. And this is what I want to tell you, what God always tells me. Don't feel bad that you still do that, or that you're still doing that. Don't feel bad about that, because God will change that just like he changed everything else. That's how he works. He will change that. Just give them a minute. Don't let people make you feel bad because you still smoke weed. Don't make people make you feel bad because you still drink. Don't let people make you feel bad because we still hanging out. That ain't got nothing to do with other people. Let them mind their own business. That has something to do with you, me, and God. It doesn't have anything to do with them. They have to worry about what they still doing. See, the difference is they don't want to change. The difference is people don't want to change. The people who talk about you, they don't want to change. But you and I, we want to be better. We want to stop drinking. We want to stop hanging out. We want to stop popping pills. We want to stop doing all these things. But the fact that we haven't stopped it, don't feel bad about it. Because that's what the devil wants. He wants you to feel bad because you still drink and your friend don't drink. That's not how God works. God says, I can stop you from drinking just like I stopped your friend from drinking. But you have to trust in me. See, that's where the part comes in that we don't know nothing about, that we forget about. And let me go because I got to go. We have to trust in God to do these things for us. See, I know how I stopped drinking. I know. It was God who stopped me. And I don't go around talking about people who still drink, because at the end of the day, I'm still doing things that I shouldn't be doing. That's unpleasing to God. But that's why I pray every day. Well, at least I try to pray every day. But that's why I pray, because I want God to help me. So that's what we have to do. We have to ask God to help us and stop feeling bad about what you can't control. Because you can't control anything, baby. God controls everything. And that's what we have to cry out to. So everybody have a blessed Sunday. Pick your battles wisely. Don't let people make you feel bad about what you still got going on, because God is our judge, not people. They judge all day long, but they forget to look in the mirror first. You got to look in the mirror and see what you're still doing. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.